Once I have downloaded the dataset from the Bentley website, now I will extract this dataset into the C folder and extract it. This will go under the Bentley training under the BRT fundamentals folder. These are all the files which we'll be going to use in this course. Now I will create the new project setup folder inside this Bentley training BRT fundamentals. Here I will create the another project setup folder. Inside this I will create another practice folder, and I will start the Bentley Railtrack suite. As this is the Windows 8 operating system, so I need to search for the Bentley Railtrack suite. And if you're using the Windows 7 operating system, then you need to go to the all programs, expand the Bentley, and you will see the Bentley Railtrack suite. I will hit open. Once I will hit open, this will open the microstation dialog files. And basically it is asking about the cat files or the in the form of the DWG or in the form of the DGN file. Basically, the Bentley Railtrack uses the CAD files to display the CAD graphics. The CAD files used by the Bentley Railtrack is to referred as a working file. This file can be a scratch file or it can be a final plan sheet file. So I will hit new file and I will go to the browse and I will select C drive, Bentley Training, BRT Fundamentals, go to the standard and I will select the Rail Training seed file as a seed file. And I will give the name the practice working drawing. I will save this and I will open it. You will see the Bentley Railtrack Explorer is divided into the four major parts. If you could see the file surface geometry bridge, this is called the menu bar, and this menu bar contains the menu for all of the tools available for the active Bentley Railtrack modules. And this is called the workspace bar, where you are seeing the surfaces and the defaults. This is controlled the center for all Bentley Railtrack project data. And this is the description file name. This is called the feedback pane bar, and this display the details about the data selected into the workspace bar. And this is called the status bar, and this will display the messages for Bentley Railtrack and the data readout and the errors. Now I will set the project defaults. The project defaults defined the default location for opening and saving Bentley Railtrack data files relating to a project, as well as the project preference files that are loaded when Bentley Railtrack is activated. And these project defaults are stored locally in the Windows registry. To set up the project defaults, I will go to the file and select the project defaults. You will see this project defaults dialog box is divided into the two different primary section. First is the default preferences and the second is the default directory paths. Basically, the default preferences identify the Bentley Railtrack preference files that are loaded when a project default configuration is selected. This is from here. And the default directory paths identify folder locations where the Bentley Railtrack files are located. Before starting the project, first I will set the microstation working units. For that, I will go to the settings, design file, working units, and I will set the master units to be on the meters. And I will hit OK. First, I will create the new configuration. I will hit on new and I will type Bentley Railtrack training and I will hit open. As soon as I hit open, you will see the project default dialogs updates with the new configuration name active. I will go to the preference and I will browse on it and I will go to the Bentley training folder, BRT fundamentals standard, and I will select the real training.xin format and I will hit open. I will select for the turnouts, browse on it. I will go to the Bentley training, BRT fundamentals standard and rail training turnouts and hit open. Same for the drafting notes. Browse on it. Bentley Training, BRT Fundamental, Standard, Rail Training Notes.dft. I would like to tell you about the project default directory. As this field it should be blank. If it is not, then you must to erase the contents in this field. And I will hit apply and I will hit close. Now the default files including the Bentley training.xin files are loaded. So what I will do, I will again go to the file, project defaults, and I will set the preferred preference name to be on train. We must to keep in mind that we need to exit from this Bentley rail track and restart the project defaults to get the rail training.xin file to load before you are able to select the preferred preferences. So I will hit apply now again and I will hit close. The Bentley rail track will use this configuration until it is changed. The specific preference file will automatically be loaded when Bentley rail track is activated, and the folder location will become the default when using the file open and file save as command. Now I will set up the project options. Project options define the default program settings for Bentley rail track. The rail tab has specific rail settings that can be set and saved as a preference. From the Bentley rail track menu, I will go to the file, project options, and go to the rail tab. I will set the 50 as a design speed and rail, and the center line rail to center line rail distance I will set the 1.507, and I will go to the general tab. I will select the coordinate sequence to the easting and northing. This will update the settings in memory, but this does not save these changes into the realtraining.xin file. To save the changes into the xin file real training, I need to go to the preferences. I will select the train and I will load it, and then I will close. These settings for this dialog have been saved as a preference called the train. We can recall these settings by clicking the preference button, selecting the train from the preference list and clicking the load.